Hi everyone, hi Facebook. I'm going to give you a few minutes for some people to join us. I know we've sent out quite a lot of emails and I've done a couple of notifications on this page. That was going to go live at this time. I know Facebook takes a couple of minutes to build a bit of an audience, so thanks for joining us eventually when you do. I know you're all going to hop on in a minute. So the reason for doing a little Facebook Live is just that we're having to make some changes to our pricing, and it's something I'd like just to actually explain face to face. Logistically, I can't do that with we've now got a membership of 500 plus, but you know, Facebook Live we thought would be a way of kind of actually talking to you in some way through the wonders of the internet, to explain a bit about what we're doing. You will obviously get a letter about this, but we know what it's like. It's kind of hard to read these things sometimes, and I thought it'd be easier just to kind of explain. So I'm going to tell you the short version of what we're doing, and then I'll tell you a bit more detail. So it's up to you what actually information you want. The short story is we're going to go up about 15% in price, and that's as of 1st of March. It's already happened. For those of you that are our existing members, we're going to be invoicing you as normal for your summer term. That we're doing them at the moment. They'll go out on Monday, when you'll have your usual 2-week re-enrolment period. So 15% is more than I want to put the fees up. I'll be really honest with you. I feel I have to, and the reason being, it's VAT. It's also rising costs throughout the whole of our business. There's a lot of stuff that's been changing, legislation-wise and small business-wise, over the last little while. My aim is always to keep us, obviously, trading as a business. If I don't put the fees up, we will cease to trade, because that is ultimately what's going to happen with the things that we're facing. So, as I said, it's VAT. I'm going to explain to you exactly what that is in a minute, because that's the slightly confusing bit. Pensions, we have a lot of stuff now, and rightly so. Auto-enrolment is coming up for our staging date is August the 1st, so we'll have to contribute into our staff's pensions, which is something like 3%. I don't know entirely what it is, but I know we have to do that. So that money's got to come from somewhere. Inflation, stuff's going up anyway. All our suppliers, I get letters actually every week now from one of our suppliers telling us that their prices are going up a little bit, largely because of Brexit and there's trading and things going on. That's not a big deal for us, to be honest, because we don't have many suppliers. We don't buy a lot of goods in the service industry. It's no big deal, to be honest, but it is slightly going up. We also anticipate our rent is going to go up this year because we come out of lease in August. I want us to be, obviously, a secure, vibrant organisation that can give the best service and the best experience, and be nice and solid itself financially. I don't want us to struggle. I want my staff to be paid well. I want this building and all our other sites to be well maintained. I want, when we need kit, it needs to be bought, it needs to be replaced, things need to be maintained. The only way we do that is by staying vibrant and creating income and creating profit. So that's another reason why we're going to go up 15%. So that's the short story. Let me talk about why the VAT is going up. So we are already VAT registered. You're probably aware, if you're one of our members. We VAT registered, I think it was nearly 2 years ago, when we hit the turnover for a UK business to charge VAT, and we had to. It's not beneficial for us to charge VAT in the service industry. All our expenses are staff and rent. That's pretty much it. So we don't buy a lot of stuff as a business, so we don't actually reclaim the VAT. So it's not beneficial, but obviously we had to 2 years ago. So you'll notice that on our invoices, it's already said that you've got 20% VAT on your term fees, which is true. However, when we first VAT registered, we used something called the flat rate VAT scheme. If anyone's heard of this, feel free to give it a Google if you want a bit more information. It's basically, it's in place for small businesses like us, that as we hit turnover, but we weren't like massively going past turnover for VAT. So it enables us to, we charge 20% VAT, we only repay 8.5% of that VAT, but we don't reclaim the VAT on any of our purchases. So for the last 2 years, that's what we've been doing. We've had to give the government 8.5%, and we don't reclaim the VAT. So the result of that was, although your invoices at the moment say they include 20% VAT, and that's true, that is correct, when we did that VAT register, we actually lowered our base price and added the 20% on. So the net increase was only 8.5%. So the price to you that went up 2 years ago when we VAT registered was only 8.5%. So we only increased our price based on what was going to need to be sent to the government every 3 months in our VAT returns. What's happening now? 2 reasons we have to come out of the flat rate VAT scheme, which means we need to charge and then also repay the full 20% off to the government. So there's 2 reasons we're coming out. One is some legislation that has come in the autumn budget last year, has created some changes to this flat rate VAT scheme. So our new percentage, instead of 8.5, would be, I think it's 16.6. So it basically is the same as being on normal VAT. It doesn't help us. The government's trying to change the status of small businesses like us. I know they're trying to cut down people, trying to make money out of that. We're really not. But because we don't buy a lot of goods, we're classed as a limited cost trader, which means we can't use this scheme basically anymore. The second reason is we're about to hit exit turnover for it as we've grown. So we knew this was going to happen at some point. I feel like we're forced slightly out of it at this point because the legislation changes are coming in on 1st of April. So we've decided to come out now before we invoice you for the next period. So let me go over what I was going to talk to you. So essentially now we need to obviously charge the full 20% VAT and repay the full 20%. So we now have to go up the difference between the 8.5 and the 20% VAT, which is 11.5. So of the 15% price increase, 11.5 is pure VAT, and that is going to go straight off to the government. That's a tax. They will earn more from this organisation than we do going forwards, but we're a UK business. I want us to be a responsible business, and that is the rules of the land we're in. That money obviously goes off to do other things for the government, so that's the rules we've got to do. That's got to happen. Obviously, I'm saying we're going up 15%, and I've told you the VAT now is actually only 11.5, so that extra few percent, where that's going, it's pensions for our staff in August when that comes in, it's just general inflation, everything is going up anyway. We're also starting to take card payments, which I'm sure a lot of you are probably quite happy about. We are too, if it's to try and make things easier for us. There's a cost involved in that. That runs turnover through. They take 1% of fees and whatever, which is totally worth it. But it just means that if suddenly we're starting to pay extra money out and that we haven't budgeted for, it creates an issue. And like I said, I want us to be this kind of secure, vibrant company that can be responsible, pay the taxes it needs to pay the staff well, to maintain the buildings, facilities, and to progress what we're doing. And that is ultimately my aim. So it does now, I feel like it's put us in I know we're worth the 15%. I know my coaches are amazing, to tell you. The team here is fabulous, which is one reason why we need to charge the prices we do, because the staff demand the fees they do, and they rightly so. I think we're worth the 15%. It's kind of disappointing to me that the government's getting it and we can't then use it to build it and make it even better, but we'll get there. We will. I don't know if anyone's got any questions about what I've said. I can see quite a lot of you are watching. Some of you might watch this back video later. So if you've got a question, pop it into the comments box. It's down here somewhere. If you're watching this again on playback and you've got a question, feel free to ring us, drop us an email. Just the invoices are going out on Monday. There will be a letter that explains it pretty much what I'm telling you now, probably in a slightly more succinct manner. If you want to know in terms of actual numbers, based on our normal class fees, so at the moment we've got 3 levels of class normally. There's a couple of extras, but most of the stuff in the club. We've got the 45-minute classes are £7.50. They're going up to £8.65. The hour-long classes are £9. They go up to £10.35. And the hour and a half, they're £11.50 at the moment. They're going up to £13.30. So, as I said, it's essentially that. But, hey, what can we do? So I understand maybe some of you might think, well, that's quite a lot of money. We feel a bit the same, but I do hope that you kind of can support what we're doing. You can understand the reasons why this price increase. We're not just putting it up because we want to go on holiday. It's not about that at all. It's about paying the tax and creating this nice, strong, vibrant business that can survive these kind of changes. Because, with Brexit and all of this kind of stuff, and everything changing. I think we had new budget yesterday. There's a few more tax changes actually that were announced then that are still going to affect us even more. So we know that things are only going to go upwards, and I think we're going to be finding that in everything. It's just the way we are. So I want to make sure that we're a strong enough business to survive whatever's going around. So no one's asking me any questions. I can see there's now 14 of you watching and several people here. I can say hi, Nikki, you're here. Hi, Tara. Hi, Shirley. Hi, Liz. Hi, Jean-Christophe, who's one of our Mac suppliers is in. So if you've got anything, comments, type them in. If you've got any questions, let me know what you think. Am I doing the right thing? I know I am, but do you think I'm doing the right thing? Oh, I've got a like. Hi, thanks for whoever liked me. Yeah, I feel like this is the only option. I feel quite positive about it going forward. Hi, Jen, good going. That's from Jen Affinity Gymnastics. I'm guessing that's probably Lucy back at home. Thanks, Tara. Yeah, we do a good job. I know we do. And I just want us to be able to keep doing that, really. Have more fun and progress more. I actually feel quite good about coming out of the flat rate scheme because I knew at some point I was going to have to make this price change. And I kind of feel once it's done, you know, it's done. And then we can just kind of crack on, really. I know you probably find that in our industry there's quite a few businesses that are, well, they're not businesses, they're not for profits, or they're charities. Yes, hi. Hi, Lucy. Thank you. Thank you. Tuning in, saying she's supporting me, that's really kind. Yes, there's a lot of people that are not for profits, you know, I've looked at that. I have several times. I continue looking at it. We may change in the future. I don't think it works for us right now. Hi, Lorna. Just there's other things around it, and I know a lot of people become not-for-profit to try and dodge VAT, which is our main increase here, but I'm not convinced that's actually possible. Neither is our accountant. So I don't like there being a grey area when something like this is concerned. I think I would rather put the fees up, pay the VAT, and not have a trouble in the future. Need to break the news to my husband. Yeah, I know. This stuff's kind of tricky. I do appreciate that. But all I can do is give you all the information and kind of say, give you the reasons why, which is one reason for doing the video. Actually can't explain to you what it's about, you know, because I know sometimes you hear organisation is putting up fees, you think, oh, you know, where's it going? Well, I can tell you exactly where it's going. It's VAT, it's pensions, it's staff fees, it's all good stuff, essentially. We're going to keep doing the strong work that we do and continue doing it. And I know we've got a really bright future. Hope everyone will support. Yeah, thank you. I hope so too. And I know it may mean that some people don't rejoin. I'd rather keep all our members here and keep you nice and happy. Hi, Chris, just reading comments. My daughter loves the 2-year-old gymnast kid. Oh, thank you, Chris. Yeah, I noticed you've checked into a few things recently. So, yeah, thank you for your support. It does mean a lot. I know we've got some fantastic gymnasts and members as well. I didn't actually introduce myself earlier. I realised I didn't do that. I was too nervous. If I haven't actually met you directly, my name's Jennifer Page. I'm the owner and director of Affinity. Of course, we were doing, yay! Thanks, Rebecca. Of course, we love having you in the gym. Angie, don't worry, Jen, well explained. Thank you. You guys are worth it the hard way. Thanks, Angie. I think we are worth it. I do wish that, you know, we could be worth it and keep the 15% ourselves, but it's not happening. But, yeah, I think we are worth it, and it's always our mission to progress and keep doing well, and we'll be staying. Tiger loves it. Yeah, we love having him too on Tuesday mornings. Hi, Shirley. Thank you. Thanks for your support. It does mean a lot. It's nice to hear you guys saying that you support what we're doing. Yeah, it's a tough one sometimes. People don't always tell you when things are good. They just tell you when it's bad. And this is one of these potential points where people will go, oh my God, what are you doing? But, yeah, so explained. There's good reason. I know some people have just joined us, so I'm just going to quickly run through the main points before I log off. Tara, if you can do adult classes, I'll be back. Yeah, you might have to talk me back into that one again, Tara. A few people have asked me. So, as much as I love coaching, you know that, I'm wearing the T-shirt, and I love being in the gym, as we've got bigger as a business, my aspirations and my time and energy is needed, and I desire to spend my time more in running the business and progressing it and looking after everyone else in it. To be honest, that's like I feel quite physically protective over the staff and the children in here. So, Lorna, yes to adult, yeah. Okay, I'll work on it. I need another coach to take adult gym with me. Normally, adult gym we have to do quite late at night, and the other coaches don't necessarily want to stay so late. But yeah, we'll get working on them. We definitely need more adult gym. It is good fun. So I'll just quickly review the main points if you've just joined us. Yes, Shirley, come to adult class too. That'd be great fun. We should do a Studio Fly one actually. So if Lisa or Claire ever watch this video, we should definitely do like a workshop down at the studio once a month. So the short version is we're going up 15-ish%. It's mainly VAT. It's 11.5% of that is extra VAT. And the other increase is basically for us to be able to weather the storm and affect inflation, pensions, auto-enrolment. All our suppliers have put their fees up recently. From little things like the coffee machine that's in reception, that's gone up another 9% or whatever. I've had a letter for that. Rent, we know, is going up because we're coming out of lease soon. So that'll be and it hasn't gone up in 3 years. So we know that is going to go up here as well. And possibly, obviously, when we rent our other venues, when we're at Crawley, when we're at Sheridy's, we pay rent there, so they may go up as well too. But yeah, as I said, my aim is always to be nice and strong and secure, and for us to be this fun, vibrant business where, if something needs doing, something needs replacing, something needs buying, I want to be able to go, right, here you go, here's a debit card, like, go and buy it, go and do it. If the staff needs training or wants to go on a course, I want to be able to send them. I don't want to have to be worrying too much about the pennies. I want us to have strong, secure workforce, and that creates better stuff for you guys, yeah? I don't know if I should go through this anymore before I log in off. I can still see there's quite a few here. If you've got any questions, do pop it in. Even if you really hate what I'm saying, that's fine. You can say it. That's all right. I've got my thick skin on. Yeah. Oh, the other thing I could tell you about is actually some of the other, as I told you about the price changes to the main classes. That's what we budget everything on, is essentially our term time classes, the 3 classes I've said. Hi, Andrea. Which is $7.59 and $11.50 that are going up to $8.65, $10.35 and $13.30. Yeah, Shirley, let me say that again a bit slower. I was pretty quick. Okay, so the new, if it was a 45-minute class, at the moment, as of last month, it was $7.50. It's now $8.65, so it adds £1 and a little bit. The hour-long classes that were £9 are now £10.35, and if you were an hour-and-a-half class, which was $11.50, that's now £13.30. So they're the new core prices. That's how we kind of budget our operation. That needs to pay for everything in the gym across the year. It doesn't quite, but then we have other income streams that we add, so things like holiday classes, so they've gone up a little bit. Without holiday classes, we're already quite well priced. To be honest, I didn't want to put them up too much, and being that it's not something we do all the time, we can afford to swallow a little bit of the VAT and the increased costs on that. I possibly shouldn't, but I didn't want to put it up too high. So holiday classes at the moment, they're £20 per kind of session. It's like a 2.5-hour session. That's going to go up to 22. So that's essentially just the VAT increase, just the 11.5%. That pretty much covers it. It's slightly rounded. That's not actually got like a main increase on. It's like we as a club won't gain any more income from that than we were. In fact, we lose slightly, but I figure that's okay. The other thing we're doing is one-to-one classes, which we've been quite popular in the gym. We've reviewed those. So obviously I've added on the VAT, but I've only added on the 11.5%, not the extra couple of percent that we're taking on the main classes. But what we've also reviewed is some of our coaches have changed levels. So one-to-one classes, we've got coach level, senior coach, and then myself as club leader. They're 3 different price levels. They were, I think, what were they? For a half-an-hour session, £25, £35 and £45 for the 3 levels. But Lucy, who is watching, Lucy's typed it in for me. Thanks, Lucy. That's very helpful. So if you want to look in the comments there, you've got the new pricing is listed out. Obviously, it's paid as a term fee, but if you were interested in the actual breakdown, that's it. Yeah, one-to-one classes. Lucy, who's actually just typed that for me, she is moving up to senior coach level, which, to be honest, she's been giving that value for a very long time. and I think that she needed to move there. I just didn't move her up to that because we didn't have anyone to take the bottom level, because I don't want to give just anyone one-to-one classes. I want it to be a nice experienced coach who's really strong in it. So we've now got, hopefully Dan is going to start doing some of our coach level classes. So if you want to do like skills that he can handle under his sort of ability-wise, so anything like cartwheels, forward rolls, a few 3G skills, things like that, he can take that, and then Lucy moves up to senior coach. Just reading from Chris, says, can my daughter do 1 hour's class if these are available? She does every Friday for 5 minutes. Chris, is your daughter in preschool or after school? If you want to let me know how old she is, or just tell me the class time and I can work it out from there. Claire says, yay, Dan. Yes, we're obviously Dan has been doing a fantastic job as our apprentice. He's actually up for an award next week, guys. We're going off to an award ceremony last week, which is really cool. Hi, Jasmine. Jasmine is club leader in Australia, down under. So, yeah, thanks for joining. Thanks for joining. She doesn't know quite what I'm doing. But, yeah, I'm increasing my prices, Jasmine. I thought I'd tell the membership face-to-face. So, something I learnt over in the States, to be nice and open. So, that's always what I wanted to do. Hi, Chris. Emily. Oh, this is Lucy's helping out with Chris's thing. Emily's a beginner for now, which is a little of for intermediate. Yeah, so we do group based on age and ability, and a little bit on class availability, to be honest. So then Morris says, well done, thank you. Yeah, good luck, Dan. Yeah, no, he's fabulous. He might be watching by now. He was driving home when I started this video. But he might actually be on the line now. So hi, Dan, if you're on the line. I'm just telling everyone how you're going to take one-to-one lessons now, so you better want to. Otherwise, I'll just have to hide. But no, we'll support him in that learning, as we've done with everything else. We're happy he can take that. Like, moves Lucy up to senior coach, and then I stay up at coach level. So I can't remember. I didn't write it down actually and bring it with me, but I know they're actually slightly cheaper now, the coach and the senior coach. Because Dan's less experienced, we've kind of moved that coach fee down a little bit just to reflect that. He will still give you really good value. And then, but we'll put you in with the appropriate coach. So if you want to be learning backflips and somersaults, you've got to come to senior coach or club leader level. Because that's just the level of coach you're going to need to be to manage that thing. Chris, cool again. Thanks, everybody. Hi, thanks, Chris. Thanks for commenting. Thanks for checking in and sharing some of our posts and stuff as well. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, Lucy says, you're welcome, Chrissy, tomorrow. Yes, because you're in your class tomorrow afternoon. Facebook tells me we have 25 comments so far. Woo. Claire, do we get the comp T-shirts on Sunday? Good question, Claire. Bless him. John, our supplier. Hi, John, if you're here. I don't think you are. Probably not here, actually, because you're busy printing 274 T-shirts. For the competition on Sunday. We did give him a heads up, obviously. We didn't just dump an order in his email this week, but he has had to kind of do them over the last kind of week. So I know they're furiously working around that. It means we'll bring them on Sunday. I'm going to give each group of T-shirts out to the appropriate club leader. Haven't decided what we're going to do with our own ones yet, because I think you're all going to come dressed, ready to compete, so I may not give them out at the beginning, it may be at the end. Not quite sure. Hi, Cara. Hi, guys. Everything you do is fantastic. Amazing communication. I'm trying, see? Sort of use Facebook. Love it. Would be great to come visit you guys soon. Yeah, come and visit, Cara. I haven't seen you for ages. Especially had a little one as well. Yeah, do come and see. Communication is something I definitely wanted to... we've got to communicate, right? If we work together, and I'm sure you're going to understand about this price increase if we can communicate the reasons why. And I think you're going to appreciate that. And if we're open with each other and, us as organisation, you as members, parents, whatever, we can fix anything that comes up. We can absolutely can. Nancy's excited for Sunday. We're excited too. Hi, Sarah. You've just come in. Claire says, cool. Hi, Madeline. You're home now. I don't know if you should be off to bed by now, but hi. Cara. Yes, Cara, just tell me when you're coming to visit. That would be fab. You're welcome. Welcome in the land of purple and green. It's a bit more colourful in here than your gym. Just a bit smaller though. Tracy's here. Hi, Tracy's another coach. Hi, Tracy. Andrea, looking forward to Sunday. Have more young leaders coming to help. Yes, I've got your email, Andrea. That's so cool that you have so many people wanting to help. It's going to be a fabulous day. By Rebecca or by Madeline, I think that is. Yeah, I'm just working on the final things. Like I said, everything is here now. We've got all the printing done. collected that today. We've got medals. The trophies look amazing for the Star Awards. They're well cool. I want one. I showed them to Dan and he said he wants one. So there'll be some very lucky gymnasts and some very envious coaches and club leaders that won't have medals and won't have these trophies. So very excited about that. As I said, we're just waiting for the T-shirts, but we should have that maybe tomorrow afternoon, maybe Saturday. I'm sure we'll have them in time. Okay, that 9:30. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we'll be there from 9, Andrea. So we've already set up. We appreciate people are probably going to start turning up around 8:30. And if you are coming to the Invitational, just worth thinking. First round isn't so big a deal, but for the second or third rounds, please don't turn up too early, because otherwise we're going to end up with 2 groups of people. Like, we'll have both competition groups in at the same time, and we'll bust fire regulations. Obviously, we're not going to do that, so we won't let you in if you're too early. So please don't arrive earlier than 15 minutes before your allocated time. If you do get there earlier than that, suggest it's a big site, go for a walk, go up to the cafe, have a wander around, but don't try and come into our hall until 15 minutes before your time, please, if you can. Just it gives us enough time to finish one comp and got people out, and then before the next group come in. Yeah, cause it's going to be a really fab day. We even actually had to turn some entries away in the end from external clubs. We did put like a first come first served thing on it, and we went over the numbers that we felt that we can kind of accommodate without having a whole ball of stress. So yeah, it should be cool. Yeah, thanks, Shirley. You're welcome to come watch. If anyone else does want to come watch, there's a little program fee. You've got to buy a program to get in, but it's not much, but it'd be good to come and see where it's going. It's going to be a fabulous day. Last year was good fun, and this year it's going to be, I'd say twice as big, but it's more like 3 times as big. We've got over twice as many gymnasts. We've got twice as big a hall. We've got proper seating, proper bleachers seating for you this time. The whole room. We've got proper, I'm told there's a mic set up and speakers and everything. And we're not taking the mats out of the gym. We're borrowing them from Wear Gymnastics, which is amazing. We love Wear Gymnastics. Thank you very much. Zoe's their club leader there, so she's really helping us out. Claire, medals or trophies? So it's medals for gold, silver, bronze, as normal. The trophies are the Star Awards. Will there be any more comps? Well, when we've recovered doing this one, Suzanne, I aim to do another one next year at least. I'd actually like to do a whole series of events. We've got tons of ideas for it. It's just running them, to be honest. We've got a good venue over at Woodson Park. They're really good with us. It's Shirley's over at Woodson Park in Ware. It's a great venue there. We don't have any gym kit there, so we're borrowing Ware Gymnastics kit, which is fabulous. So if they're keen on lending us their kit more, we can do more comps. But otherwise, it's aim for one a year at the moment. Yeah, Claire, going back to your medals or trophies. Yeah, the trophies are the Star Awards, which are the thing that's nominated. So that's anyone can nominate, like coaches, gymnasts, parents, club owners, whatever. You can nominate someone that you think deserves a special award. So it's meant to be someone that's kind of showing our values of aspire, achieve, advance. For whatever reason, you've got to put a little reason on a nomination form, and then we decide who gets them. It's just a little bit of extra fun. So, anyway, we've got onto the Invitational. This was meant to be about the pricing. So, I'm going to wrap up here. So, if you've got any final questions, I'll just hang around for a couple of minutes for those. Anything you want to say? Anything you want to ask me again? Anything I probably talked through too quickly? I'm quite good at doing that. But, yeah. No questions. I can still see there's 18 of you here, though, so you're just watching me rambling. Oh, hi. Isn't Facebook Live great? Isn't this a good idea? Yeah, see you Sunday. Yay, we'll see you Sunday, Andrea. Can't wait. Cool. So, I'll finish up. Let's just assure you that we're going to do, yeah, Claire, yeah, I am rambling, aren't I now? Yeah, okay, right, we'll finish there. So, I'll assure you that we've got a nice, bright future, and we're going to be nice and strong and secure. Unfortunately, it means putting your price up, but let's call it the end, have to watch from the beginning. Yes, that's probably a good idea. When I finish this journey, it'll be on the page for you to watch again. What I was just briefly talking you through is that we're having to go up about 15% in price, and explain to you the reasons why. It's essentially VAT and just rising costs generally, and I want us to be a nice, strong organisation that can move forward and have the income and the money for what it needs and to pay its staff and things like that without us really stressing and lowering standards. I want us to do things well, and that, as a UK business, means paying tax. So that's why that increase. If you want to listen back to the video, I'll explain why. It's to do with a few changes in legislation and things like that. So, thanks guys for joining. I'm going to sign off now and head home. So, I'm sure I will see most of you in the next little while. Thumbs up from Jenny, thank you. As I said, any other questions after this video's ended, I think you can probably still post them in comments, or if not, drop us an email. It's hello@affinitigymnastics.co.uk. If you want me to personally answer, then send it to jennifer@affinitigymnastics.co.uk. Or give us a ring, let us know at class we're already here. Okay? Thanks guys, bye.